Hello, everyone. Thank you for showing tonight. Tonight's presentation is going to be about Native Americans that live in Michigan. And we know this content doesn't necessarily relate to the menstrual movement, but one of Pat and Min's goals is to elevate marginalized communities, just as we've tried to do with movements such as Black Lives Matter. In this presentation, we're going to go over different tribes that live in Michigan, their history, and how we can support them during the coronavirus. Okay, so I'm one of the speakers tonight. My name is Sarah, and my major is in nursing, and I have a minor in health promotion. And this year I'm a junior. So I'm passionate about education issues happening around the world. And my favorite part about the menstrual movement is that I get to meet people who are also passionate about advancing menstrual equity. And my favorite food is sushi.
Hi everyone, my name is Gigi and I am junior in global and international studies. My minor is leadership of organization. What I'm passionate about is to spread awareness about gender inequalities around the globe. One of my favorite thing about menstrual movement is being part of this organization and to meet some people who shares the same interests with me to help ending period poverty. And my favorite food is dim sum.
Hi guys, I'm Zainab. My major is behavioral neuroscience and my minor is Spanish, and I'm a sophomore right now. I'm really passionate about ending international period taboos because I have a lot of experience with them in my own family. My favorite thing about the menstrual movement is when I went to U of M's first National Period Day rally. It wasn't U of M's first, it was Michigan's first, and I got to see Abdul El Sayed speak, who was a candidate for the governor, and that was just amazing. And my favorite food is pasta.
Okay, so we're first going to talk about the land that MSC resides on. And it was the ancestral territory of the Three Fires Confederacy, which is the Ottawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi tribes. And so the land was seceded originally in the 1819 Treaty of Saginaw. So none of the tribes actually lived on current MSC land, but it was crucial for hunting, traveling, and gathering. And it was named Nikjong, where and the translation is where the rivers meet. And so today it remains an important site where natives across Michigan can work and go to school. Lansing is also home to many fluent Anishinaabe speakers and traditional knowledge that elders pass on. So at MSU, you can actually study and get a minor in Indian and Indigenous studies. It's a 15 credit requirement with courses in Native American art, language, history, archaeology, and religion. And you can also do an internship with off-reservation organizations and tribal communities, or just an independent study with a faculty member. You can also get a graduate certificate in Indigenous Studies, and what it does is that it underscores the importance of American Indian and Indigenous knowledges, and students can critically engage with Indigenous peoples' knowledge historically and contemporarily. So if you're interested in that, check it out.
So the first group I will be talking about is the Gun Lake tribe. What they're currently doing is they're maintaining elders' vision of spirituality, economic self-sufficiency, treaty rights, and traditions. And they also run the Gun Lake Casino. So I just want to know that a lot of the groups we'll talk about today run a lot of casinos. And if you guys didn't know that, like Sarah said last time when we were like running this through, if you guys are 21 and you want to support, then go to the casinos. But yeah, so a small history of them is the U.S. and the Potawatomi tribe signed the Treaty of St. Joseph in 1827, and under its terms, the chief ceded rights to the Kalamazoo Reserve, granted under the 1821 treaty. Neither payment nor land was ever provided to the chief's band, and instead this began a period of constant movement north in an effort to avoid forced removal out west. The band briefly settled in Cooper, Plainwell, and Martin before finding a permanent settlement in Bradley circa 1838 near Gun Lake, and federal recognition of Chief Machibinashewish's band of Potawatomi Indians became effective on August 23, 1999. The 7-member popularly elected tribal council has authority over all affairs of the tribe and its subsidiaries. The tribe's 5-county service area includes Allegan, Barry, Kalamazoo, Kent, and Ottawa counties. Another group that I'll be talking about is the Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians. What they're currently doing is preserving and reviving Anishinaabemowin traditions and language, providing quality healthcare services and affordable housing to 6-county service area and education of tribal sovereignty. They're also focusing on spreading information about COVID-19 and asking people to follow health guidelines and providing relief to their people for economic and food assistance related to the pandemic. More about this group and their history. In 1836, 2/3 of the land from the Three Fires, which included the Ottawa, was given to the U.S. government to form Michigan. And in 1855, another treaty ceded almost last 1/3 to the U.S. Parts of that were reserved for natives, were illegally taken by the government and had to be brought back. The two treaties with the natives were broken many times by the U.S. government. Services promised were not received, and the people went without any federal or state assistance from 1855 to 1980. And on May 27, 1980, the tribe was re-recognized by the federal government. Under the Indian Reorganization Act, the tribe developed tribal programs to serve the membership, and in 1983, they established an economic development corporation and began to establish businesses for the tribe.
So one of the groups I'm going to talk about is Potawatomi Huron Band of the Potawatomi. What they're currently doing is NHBP has a couple businesses that sustain tribal partners, Firekeepers Casino Hotel and Wasayabek Development Company, and LLC for Economic Development. NHBP distribute a percentage of its annual slot machine revenue from FKCH to both the state of Michigan and to the local revenue sharing board. The Native American Heritage Fund was established in 2016, serves to provide resources to improve curricula and educational resources related to Michigan Indian history. The history about Potawatomi Nation encompassed lands along the southeastern shoreline of Lake Michigan, from Detroit to Grand Rivers and southward into northern Indiana, Ohio, and Illinois. Tribal members were later forced to cede the remainder of their reserve land, which contained within the Nottawasapi rivers, and were relocated to lands west of the Mississippi River. During this removal, referred to as the trial of death, a group of tribal members was escaped and returned to their native land in Michigan. Now the Nottawasapi Huron Band of the Potawatomi tribe was reside on the Pine Creek Indian Reservation in Fulton, Michigan. NHBP was federally recognized on December 19th, 1995. Here's the other group that I'm going to talk about is Saginaw Chippewa Indian tribe. What they're doing right now is they have many programs to help people at this time, such as the SCIT, semi-annual revenue sharing to distribute money to local schools and businesses. They have also established an emergency relief program for economic crisis during this pandemic. They also have businesses with Soaring Eagle Casino, Soaring Eagle Landing Casino, and Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino, which still open with COVID precautions in places. So history about Saginaw Chippewa Indian tribe of Michigan, they is compressed into 3 bands of Ojibwe, Saginaw, Black River, Swan Creek, who live primarily in the eastern region of what is now Michigan. When the tribe moved to Isabella Indian Reservation, conditions were grim, and many natives have to sell allotments of their land to survive. SCIT elected their first tribal council and adopted our constitution in 1937. At this time, the tribe was acquired to have 500 acres east of Mount Pleasant to establish a land base of their people. The recent success of their gaming and entertainment operation has enabled them to better provide for their needs, for their communities. Housing, healthcare, and educational opportunities have greatly improved in the past 20 years of their tribal membership.
Okay, so for the last group, it's going to be the Keweenaw Bay Indian community. And so what they're currently doing is that they're preserving, reviving the Anishinaabe traditions and language, providing quality healthcare services to their 6 county service areas, community assistance program for essential needs of the tribe. They also run the Ojibwa casino and own the Eagle Radio. So if you want to support them, check their business out. For the history, the Keweenaw Bay Indian community of the Lake Superior Band of Chippewa Indians is located approximately 65 miles north of Marquette, Michigan, in the Lance-Baraga, Michigan area. It has dual land bases on both sides of the Keweenaw Bay Peninsula in Baraga County. Their service area includes within the boundaries of the reservation in Baraga County, as well as members in Ontonagon, Gogebic, Marquette, Houghton, and Keweenaw counties. The Lance Reservation is both the oldest and the largest reservation in Michigan. It was established under the Treaty of 1854. So we do have a couple links you guys can check out. One of them is Michigan Indian Legal Services, which provides legal services statewide to income-eligible individuals, tribes, advocates for the rights of individuals, which advances systems of justice and works to preserve Indian families through state and tribal courts, and consider donating to them. Another thing is the Zebuing Center, which showcases the culture of the Saginaw Chippewa Indian tribe and has many educational programs over a lot of subjects. And the center is located in Mount Pleasant. All right, thanks for listening.